Hello friends. So continuing with our delirium topic, I would explain one delirium of Aurum. Further, we'll discuss the differentiation of responsibility of Aurum and responsibility of Carcinosin. So this is what we are going to discuss today. See, there was this lady who had come with pigmentation of the whole face. Whole face was covered with this pigment spots. So the her daughter said important point that, sir, my mother has suffered so many problems in life. She has become she has suffered like anything. But when the people at home, when they irritate her, and when she reaches at a saturation point, she becomes so much angry that even four people are not able to control her. We don't know from where and how she gets that much amount of strength. So for me, this was very, very important, and I took this point as an entry rubric. So the rubric was delirium, strength with increased. Aurum I prescribed because this lady was very responsible, taking care of the entire family. So Aurum was prescribed. So this is one interpretation of this delirium. Another interpretation could be, see, Aurum is very, very responsible personality, but when this responsibility goes at a morbid level in Aurum, at a pathological level in Aurum, and it is so much overwhelming in the mind of Aurum that he compromises other things, and he just puts himself into this state of responsibility. Then this becomes a state of delirium, and in this state this Aurum will try to support the family, and in this state Aurum will stand like a pillar for the whole family, and the people at home, they will be just surprised, or the people outside home, they'll just say that, see, he is like the strength of this house. So this is also delirium, strength with increased. Okay, so the responsibility part becomes, it goes into such a level that it becomes so much overwhelming for Aurum, and then Aurum goes into this particular delirium. This Carcinosin and Aurum both have this sense of responsibility. Okay, single mother taking care of the whole family. Okay, so getting up at 5 o'clock, preparing breakfast, giving tea, then again lunch, then again evening tea, then again dinner. Everything is going on dot time. What is this? This is dancing with marked sense of rhythm. Carcinosin. Carcinosin is like this. She'll try to do so many things for other people. Okay, Carcinosin will never allow anyone to complain. And what is dancing? Dancing means someone else is playing a tune, and according to that tune you are performing. So here Carcinosin is performing on the command of other people, according to wishes of other people, and she is doing very well. So this is with dancing with marked sense of rhythm. So Carcinosin is very caring, very sweet personality. Okay, both Aurum and Carcinosin are in rubric responsibility too strong. Now what is the difference? Carcinosin picks up responsibility very early, whereas Aurum does not. Okay, responsibility early, Carcinosin is mentioned and Aurum is not mentioned. Early means carcinosin as a child will pick up responsibility. So there was this autoimmune hypothyroidism case where this lady picked up the responsibility when she was 12 years of age. She started earning at that age, 12 year of age. Imagine how many kids are able to do that. So this is the responsibility early. This is one interpretation. Another interpretation is if a carcinosin daughter-in-law goes at after marriage in a new house, immediately she'll understand the environment and then she'll try to work accordingly. She'll take up the responsibility very early. So early means age-wise early also and time-wise early also. Both qualities are there in carcinosin. Because carcinosin is people pleaser. So she'll please people, and carcinosin has that precocity. Even Aurum has the precocity. So carcinosin has precocity. That is why he is able to judge what the other person is requiring. What are the requirements of other people, and will make the environment very happy. So why this carcinosin does like this is because whenever there is any problem in life, say for example, if there is any financial issue, if there is no home, carcinosin will take charge and will try to help up. Because somewhere carcinosin is also not satisfied with such situations. So somewhere that thing is also there in carcinosin, that even I don't want to live in this particular environment, I am suffering. So carcinosin takes up the charge and becomes responsible. So the rubric is rest cannot when things are not in proper place. So this rubric is not only for the material fastidiousness which the carcinosin has, but also overall general fastidiousness which carcinosin wants in life. So everything should be proper. Financial condition should be proper. House should be proper. Everything should be proper. So when anything is improper, carcinosin will take charge and become responsible. Okay. So another aspect of carcinosin is wanting appreciation from the environment. So the rubric mind longing good opinion of others for is also one rubric of carcinosin. So carcinosin takes responsibility early because of wanting good opinion, because having precocity. Okay, so all these things are there in carcinosin. See, carcinosin will do things, but after a certain time period, carcinosin will get exhausted. Okay, and at this particular time, anybody will need certain change. The rubric is mind change desire for. Now the time will become stagnant for carcinosin. Okay, so these are the few points of carcinosin. Now Aurum also takes up responsibility, but Aurum has another outlook for responsibility. See, when you take up a project, either you will be successful or either you will be failure. If you fail, what is the thing you are going to blame to? This is important. Carcinosin will blame the environment when carcinosin fails, whereas Aurum will blame himself. So there is rubric disunion with himself, single rubric Aurum. Aurum doesn't agree with himself. This is the conflict for Aurum. Contemptuous of self. Aurum doesn't have a very good feeling about his own self. This is very, very important aspect. Aurum thinks that he has not done things properly, and that is why the things are failing, and from this point he goes into a state of suicidal disposition. Responsibility not done or failure received goes very deep into Aurum's self-esteem, and then he goes into a state of suicidal disposition. When the environment says ki okay, this project got failed, Aurum will take up the blame onto himself. Even if there is anything or if anyone is pointing at him, Aurum will quickly receive that criticism. How many people do like this? Nobody. This Aurum, this is the property of Aurum, that he'll take up that criticism and keep it to himself. This is very important. So the finger is pointing towards self in Aurum. Okay. So consider a situation when you are responsible and you are doing certain things for people, and you also know that you don't have any selfish motive. So what you will do? You will do things according to your thoughts, according to your planning, and you will not bend down in front of anybody because you think you are doing right, you are morally right, you are doing things very right, so you will not bend towards anyone. This is, and what happens is, when the environment is looking at you, how the environment is going to judge? Environment will think that you are haughty, you are egoistic, you are dictatorial. Okay, this is the responsibility part of Aurum. Okay, on the other side, if a person is taking up responsibility, doing things, okay, and if there is any personal motive involved, then he'll do the things very politely, very humbly, involving other people also. Why? Because he has a fear that his motive will be exposed. Okay. And what is that motive? The motive is, I want to get rid of all these miserable circumstances which I am in. That is why this is carcinosin. And this fear is fear of being attacked. Okay. Fear that I'll be attacked and people will understand my hidden motive. So this fear makes carcinosin further humble and polite. So both carcinosin and Aurum are in cares full of rubric. Cares, worries full of. Both carcinosin and Aurum are there. But carcinosin is in cares for others. Carcinosin is in the rubric cares for others, whereas Aurum is in cares for trifles. Aurum is very careful and very caring about small things. This is important. But carcinosin is in caressed desire to be, carcinosin is in carried desire to be, and carried desire to be ameliorates, whereas Aurum is not there in such rubrics. So my dear friends, remember this thing, that carcinosin wants to be carried, okay, wants to be caressed, but Aurum doesn't want all these things. So carcinosin wants to fulfill the emotional need by being responsible and gets hurt. Okay, whereas Aurum doesn't need all these caressing and carried desire to be. Aurum, the conflict of Aurum is within himself, whereas the conflict of carcinosin is me versus the environment. Okay. So this is how we differentiate carcinosin and Aurum in terms of responsibility part. Thank you. I hope you are enjoying the recent videos. Please post the feedbacks. Thank you. Please like, subscribe and share.